Racism is a set of policies or practices that are developed by one group of people to be imposed on another group of people where the result is premature death. Now, I don't think that anybody can argue that when you're talking about the racial practices and policies in both the US and Brazil, as they apply to black people, the result is premature death. Whether you're talking about health policy, criminal justice policy, even employment policy, because black people are still being worked to death. They have the worst jobs, under the worst conditions, that breaks down their bodies sooner than everybody else's. All of that collectively adds up to genocide, only in the slow way. Instead of marching people off to ovens, you're marching them off to prisons. Instead of marching them off, to concentration camps, you're keeping them in favelas. Instead of going after them with Gestapo, you've got your own little black police forces that are hired to kill other black people, so that you have a perfect little system of self-genocide, that the result is to end up decimating the black population that has become economically superfluous. Because the bottom line is this: every incident of genocide, not just in the US, but in Europe, the Middle East, Africa, always has an economic component. Race may be the cover, but the component is always economic. It's always directed at people who were considered to be economically superfluous, more useful dead than alive. The status of black people in this country and my country is that we're only useful to the degree that our resources can be extracted, and when that extraction period is done, we should be discarded. Well, we live in a world economy where large numbers of people, not just black people, but large numbers of people have become economically superfluous. And so you see the mechanisms of death being sped up. So I say the drug war is one of the fuels for the system of racial genocide that's occurring throughout the Americas, from Canada to Chile. Black people and indigenous people are under assault. And that assault, regardless of whether or not it's specifically through the drug war or through policing policies or environmental policies or the kind of political coup that's happening in your country right now that's designed to promote both misogyny and racism, the result of it all is the premature death of people and the ability to take away human potential from large communities of people before they even have the opportunity to realize what's happening to them, and to justify all of that ultimately in the pursuit of profit for a few.